So if you have a project that you've already localized and you're returning to the site, for example, maybe you're working on the second day on a site, there are a couple things that you need to be careful when you go to program your reference station. Essentially, you're not going to want to do a one-point localization again. If you do that, FieldGenius will warn you. So if I do try and do another localization, FieldGenius will recognize that we've already done one before, and you'll see this message here. So here I'm going to press no, because I don't want to do that. So essentially what you want to do is you want to program the base with the same position that you were using, let's say on day one. And the easiest way to do that is to simply program the base with a known position. If we go look at our raw file here for just a moment. When we originally programmed this base, FieldGenius created a base point here for point number 1, and it stored its latitude, longitude, and ellipsoid height. So basically in the raw file there is a record there of the original position that the base was programmed with. Also accompanying that record is a GS record, and this is the point that FieldGenius had computed and stored in our points database. Now if we select point number 1, FieldGenius will automatically look in the raw file for the actual GPS observation, and when it finds that, it'll program the base with that position. So here if we press the measure button and we select use known geodetic position, I can go select position from database, and here I'm just going to type in point 1 because that's the point we had stored. And in a previous video, even though at the top here it's showing local coordinates, that's because I had transformed them into my local system. That doesn't matter. FieldGenius will still find the original GPS position for it. And one other thing I'll note here, FieldGenius will always display in here the last position that was programmed in the receiver. So if on day 2 you haven't programmed the receiver with a different position, it'll still have the position from day 1 in here. Now if we press set position, it'll program, here I'm going to press no here, I don't want to save it. Now it's going to program the base with that same position we used on day 1. And that's how you would do such a thing, such as returning to the same job site after a localization has been done.